What is going on, guys? Today we are looking at the second icon in the new SBCs. It is Prime Roberto Carlos, and this card is phenomenal. He's a very good left back. We're going to be having a look at who the best left backs are, who you'd rather replace him with, cost, SBC, and basically what he does for you in your team. So starting off with the Brazilian, he is obviously an 86 base, 88 mid and 91 left back prime. Obviously prime moment normally I believe was 93 if I'm mistaken. I think it was 93 anyway, and honestly each version I've used multiple times throughout the year of last year and the year before. This year this is the first time. Obviously with his base last year we used him, I want to say for like a 1,500 games as you got him in Icon Swaps 1, and instead of taking the Rio, which in hindsight was the best move, I chose him because I could get him straight away. I was thinking I could get a review out and it was all gravy. But this year I've not really tried him too much. I still need to go through all the icons, and hopefully from this point we can get one a day. I'm going to try my hardest to try and get that done. Obviously we have I think about 6 or 7 already lined up. I just need to kind of edit and commentate them. But Carlos, let me know, what is your favorite defensive icon? Let me know down below. Make sure you like and subscribe, and let's get into the review. So with Roberto Carlos, he's a 3-star skiller with the 2-star weak foot. He is left-footed at 5'6", so a very small player. High work rates. He is a very good left wing back if you wanted to kind of try that. I know not many people at all use 5 at the back, but it's just an interesting one to see. If you want to use him there, he can go up and down the field. His stats allow him to do quite a lot with 2,472 in-game stats. He's just phenomenal throughout. There is a few like kind of loopholes with him. Obviously, if you used him as a left wing back, you kind of need a defender and attacker in the same card. 3-star skills, you'd need to bump that up to 4-star, and the weak foot definitely needs to be 4 as well. Obviously only having 2-star weak foot is a little bit of a hindrance if they cut in onto his weak foot, so you've got to make sure that you're always kind of preparing them to go out wide rather than cutting in, which then your centre back should be there with a left back. But in terms of his stats then, 92 pace, nothing wrong with that whatsoever. Shooting wise, got a bit of shot power and long shot on him. You never know, you got to hit and hope with him. He is renowned for free kicks. Obviously I believe if you're a football fan of any nature and you know the top goals, I think everybody knows the absolute rocket he scored against Barthez. I think it was national team as well. I think it was Brazil versus France, because I know obviously Barthez played for Man U. I'm just not too sure of the timing. Obviously I was quite young when Barthez was at United, but it's a rocket of a free kick. So if you haven't seen that, definitely type in Roberto Carlos free kick goal, because it is absolutely crackers. So any chance you get a free kick with him, definitely give him a go, especially if it's on the favoured left side. In terms of all the others, we've got decent passing, nothing really too spectacular. It's mainly bumped up from the fact that he's got curve and free kick accuracy on 97 each, but again it's not bad at all. 89 crossing. Agility wise, a little bit lower, but balance saves it. 80 composure, again I don't know what it is with these high rated icons who are pretty much like 1.2 mil. He's only got 80 composure. I'd like that to be way above. Dribbling wise, not really too fussed at this moment in time. Great reactions and decent ball control. Defensively, head and accuracy was never going to be the greatest. Being only 5'6", I didn't have huge hopes for him being my absolute rocket in the aerial battles, but he still can jump. He's still got 84 jump and he can put up a fight. He's just not going to win too many. He's mainly a ground player if anything. And then that leads me on to his physicality. Great stamina, strength and aggression's decent, and overall just not a bad player. He's kind of more of a nostalgic player. Obviously Real Madrid fans are going to love him, Brazilian fans are going to love him, and he needs an anchor if you want this card to succeed, turning him into a 93 rated left back. So if we do go into a few of the game clips from him, honestly, very good on that left side. He goes up and down it. You see him quite a lot pushing forward, so I would recommend putting him on stay back whilst attack if you are prone to being countered and not necessarily have the greatest defensive mentality. You do see him coming back and winning stuff, but you just don't want to give him that option. I was kind of rushing him to see what his attacking was like as well as his defensive. I wanted to see what his rushing was like, and obviously what his kind of recovery recovery was like as well. And we see constantly running down a wing, not many people will want to go for him, and what a little ball in there to Okocha. Obviously you're going to be seeing that from a different angle with Okocha, but honestly he's just always there. And I think with Zambrotta using him as a right back, he's very similar. He is a right wing back on his card, and we see here as well, you may not think that's important, but actually attacking, maybe not getting the attack, and then defending him out of his own box is very important in defending. And if we go into the overall then, obviously this is the tradable cost, 1.2 mil, 1.3 mil, SBC cost just under 1.2. We'll have a look at his SBC in a second just to see the level of cards that you've got to give up. We've had some monster cards today. Roberto Carlos Prime, Cannavaro Prime, Bruno being way over a mil as well, and then obviously Stindl's got a player of the month, and we did get Okocha, who all add up for fodder to absolutely hit the roof. And we already are kind of seeing a market just going nuts at the moment, just with all the SBCs we've had. Obviously the base icon has now expired, and I'm very much anticipating a mid icon to come at some point, or even a mid. I think it'll be mid, then mid and prime, and then we'll go into the prime when prime moments are out, and then hopefully we do get that prime moments SBC by the end of the year, because I absolutely love putting cards into that just because it's interesting. You get a lot of decent cards back from it, and the chance at that prime moment R9. But in terms of the card, like I said, he's decent throughout. A few things I'd like to change. Trait wise, we've got power free kick and long throwing, so nothing too technical there. The main things I want to get up in my card estimation for him, I've put him in a 9.6, is more skill moves if you're going to use him as an attacking player, weak foot for the defensive side. I'd like more agility, I'd like more composure, definitely more composure being 1.2 mil, and then obviously other than that, I think he's absolutely gravy. He is a great card. I think would I say he's worth 1.2? I probably wouldn't say the efficiency of them coins is worth the card. He is a phenomenal card, but what you can get instead, like if we have a quick look at the left backs before we go into his SBC, we've got, so he's obviously on top. I'm interested to try Cole out. I don't feel like he'll be as good. I feel like he'll be very close and pretty much 2/3 of the price. You can't argue with that. Other than that, Acuna was a phenomenal SBC if you did do him. Obviously then we're looking at like the Ferland Mendes. Theo Hernandez could be a cracking buy if he does continue his run of informs, and then obviously a +1, he could be a phenomenal investment if he does manage to keep going up. And then obviously I think the next one is just Ferland Mendy. But so there is quite a few, and we did get this new league player who I am going to go get very shortly. He looks relatively solid, obviously 4-star, 3-star. Strength, not really. Composure's low. Great pace. Defending's nice. I feel like we're going with an anchor. Yeah, I think an anchor would suit him out. Not a bad card. Again, Roberto Carlos definitely is better. But in terms of the SBC then, where am I going? Over here. Roberto Carlos. Here we go. He obviously is the most expensive out of the free icons today. We have got, oh wow, it's nine different segments for him. If we just click each of these so I can run through them. We know the bronze and silver's pretty standard. 83 1 in form, 84 with Inter, 84 with 1 in form, 85, 86 with an inform, 87, 88. So yeah, he is very expensive. Would I say that's worth it? What's the best pack you get? A 35k pack, 30k, unknown. I personally probably wouldn't do him. I think for me, I've been enjoying doing the icon SBCs just because you have the chance at someone massive, and you have the chance to do basically miss this. I feel like the mid icon probably will only come out at about 700-800 if I'm being honest, maybe even 600 depending on when they actually bring it. We have got Team of the Year around the corner, so I'd be saying an absolute hold on any SBCs at the moment until any sort of Team of the Year comes out, because there could be some great SBCs, great kind of upgrades that you could do instead of this and get the Team of the Year left back. If it's Alphonso Davies, he goes from being probably top 15 in his base card, maybe top 10, top 5 in his road to the final, all the way up to top 1. Alphonso Davies will be the best left back in the game if he gets a team of the year for the rest of the game. And if Kimmich gets one as well, then obviously you've got a lovely partnership there, and all you're waiting on is that flashback Boateng for it to really matter there. But I think he's a good card. I just don't think he's worth the price right now. I'd be waiting for Team of the Year and then making my decision out of then. You've got until I think the 9th of February, plenty of time to be either building fodder up and then waiting to see, or kind of just letting it slide and just not bothering with this one. But hopefully you did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure to smash that like button. Again, let me know down below what's your favourite defensive icon in this game. Base, mid, prime, even if you can anticipate prime moments. Let me know down below, and I'll see you all for the next one. JJ's coming. Peace.